Alright, help me unbox this thing. Okay, this is the ReVert 6-bike by Thule of Sweden. You can see all the specs printed on the outside box. So you have your like 24 wheel adapter, fat bike, hoop basket. You have an integrated hitch bike lock here, and yeah, here's our features: extra long wheel holders, easy transport, e-bikes of 25 kilos per 55 pounds per bike. And this one, for it's a 6 bike, this is has a capacity of 250 pounds or 113 kilos. And you have 11-inch of distance between bikes to avoid frame contacts. I think the 4 bike is 12-inch. You have your hydraulic damper here that easily lowers down and raises the rack while the bike is fully loaded. That's the best thing that I like about this. Yeah, you got your tilt, clears out your hatches, and your handle, so you don't have to like really sneak in compared to the competitive brand other bike racks out in the market. So you have your rubber rings around here to strap down your tires, your wheels, and then you have the tilt or release handle for tilting the rack. So there you go. Those are the features about it. All right, and then of course out of the box you've seen, of course, it's 6 bike. It says this side up, of course, so we'll tilt it down so where we can start. Okay, let's open this bad boy up. In here you have several parts. Of course, the bike hoops, screws, all them screws, all big bolts. Got a spanner that includes it, which is nice. Got the handle, the rubber straps, and what else? The piston damper and the frame itself. There you go. Rubber straps on the bottom bracket, the bottom frame, and then yeah, 6 hoops so far. 2, 4, 6. All right, let's grab this guy. Of course, get the key under the tape. Put the key down there. Of course, he has the hitch pin locator. Of course, lower it up here. Down. The thing about this is that you just don't need that much tool or a wrench to unlock this thing. So unlock it, and that becomes your handle. So we'll twist that around. And this. Okay, torque it, and then pull to line it up on your thing. Yeah. There you go. Locks in place now, and tucked away. And you got the extension, and then you got the angle on this side, so you got a little more clearance when you're climbing fire roads, a little off-roading. So there you go. By the way, it's connected to equip the pivot V2 here just for demo so that I can pretty much bring it out. Better exposure for attaching it. Okay, that's step one. Okay, step two is to open this flap. All right, like a cover. And then we grab the vertical pole and then have it line up in the slot. Drop it in. Should drop all the way in. Yeah, there's the hole. There. These guys open. Line them up. Cut out there. And then squeeze this to close it. There you go. That's a little more. That's a better seal now. And you grab your two spanners, the big bolt that goes on this side here, and then the big knot. Bolt. You just have to wobble the vertical post. Thread it by hand. This is like a lock nut. So use the bigger side of the spanner and then just keep turning, I guess. Let me just verify what the torque spec is. It says 13 Newton meter, so I'll torque it later. There, all right. It's up already, so you know that you got the vertical mount set up properly because you have your angle bar facing this way, your trigger here, and of course the last one is the Thule symbol or the sign sticking out towards the rear. Okay, mounting the handle here, this one sticks out like so, or down here I think. That way you got the cover, you got the Allen wrenches here, and then you got some screws goes in there. So we're still in the kit number 1, I think. So you want to grab the handle and then the cover, thread it in. You're gonna place it this way, I think. There you go. Line up the holes, thread the bolts from behind. There you go. Yeah. It's gonna be a little cumbersome with handling this guy, so just line up like that, and then 2 screws, and then get the Allen wrench, nuts and bolts. So lock nuts again, this and this, right? And then we'll use the spanner, the wrench. Sounds so English. English. Yeah. Awesome. There you go. And line up the cover. So it has a couple of slots here. Line now up. Then we need the screw to cover that up. That's where the small bolt comes in. This guy. So there you go. Alright, so you can see that's the handle. Squeeze, pushes that just like so, but we'll activate it later. Okay, next is putting this damper in. Okay, it's in bubble wrap. Take it out. So it threads into this guy here. Alright, thread that pose. Maybe this way, but it's under this angle bar. Put that in. Okay. Let's spray a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit of a trick, because it's either you loosen from here, where I chose to flush this, and then you have to unscrew this a little bit so that there's a little bit of a gap, so that it doesn't cause too much of a tension to get this bolt in. So that's my compromise on that. Just tightening it. Okay, I think we reached the end point there, and it's Loctite, so it's good. I'm going to test the damper now. So all you need to do is undo this, ouch, so that it prevents that bolt from coming on. And then you just place this one on the side, squeeze this handle. Now I have to put my back on this one. Oh, there we go. First engage. Only thing is, good thing about this is that once you see this, it retracts back, so it helps you get all the bike rack into its position when it's loaded, right? Okay, moving on to the crossbars. What we're looking for is, so you have your square bar here. I think that's for the mounting. Oh, this one. So crossbars, you need to find this little guy here, little hole. So there's the little peg there. That's what you wanted to line up with this hole here, okay? This way, because your locking, integrated locking is on that side. There. All right. Okay. So opening kit number 2 for the bolts. This one threads in. That. One here. That. Okay. And then that's what it is. Like that. Closed nut, because it's closed. Alright, use your big Allen wrench, and this other side of the spanner, your wrench. There we go. That's 20 Newton meter on each bolt here. Last crossbar of the day. Line it up. Of course, the bolt facing the top, and then the same, like only smaller bolts here. Smaller. Tapos thread in washer in. This guy. Wish they have like a U shape. Couple angle bars to catch this side, just to make it more robust. Nope. Okay, then let's get the washer and close nut. That, and this dude, then washer and close nut. And use the same wrench and Allen. So yeah, the spanner, the wrench is had enough spacing to go around, so All right, there you go. Hold that rubber strap down. See, for this you're gonna want to use the kit 3-1, as you can see, and then kit 3-0 here. Okay, let's start. You know, we'll have to get the things out, zip ties. So you grab a hook, you grab the Allen wrench along with one of each of these screws, place them right on top. Okay, all just so that you can see it from that side. And this one goes here, so you have to line the square to that, and then a circle on this. Okay, square to square. This end piece first, the one without the Allen wrench hole. Grab that. Thread the back side. Now grab another set of bolts and then thread it from this side here. So square on this end, and then the round piece here. So this one sticks out a bit. That's what you want, because that's where you're going to place your rubber straps on. Quicker view is to line up all the square with the round one. Okay, looking at the back here. So you get the square, the one without the Allen wrench holes. Put it from this side here, and use this bolt to screw on this side. There you go. Okay, so 2 pairs of bolts on each one, and then torque it at 20. Okay. Okay, and then you get, for a 6 bike, you get 8 straps, because they recommend to have 2 on both ends of the rack. So let's do 1 now. I'm gonna, maybe it's just easier for, it's all right to thread it in. Yeah, I was thinking of like putting it on before screwing the this screw in, but it goes on easy, so that's no problem then. Yeah, it doesn't have like a correct side, so you just put them on. Since I said we'll put 2 in there, so that one, and then another one. But like for probably, well, for my use, probably put the second strap on to the middle, because that's where my e-bike buddies will go, right where the right where the vertical post is. So that, and then we'll put same strap on. That. Okay, so that concludes our install for this 6 bike rack. Yeah, so I'm stepping away so that you can see like the dimensions from each side. Yeah, so lines up perfectly here, well within the body lines for my Bronco. And here's a side shot. That's how your approach angle is. Of course, take note that I have somewhat like a bed extender so that it pushes it out, but I wanted to see if this guy without the pivot V2 here can, can be all flush, and that provides me from that. That reason is if I have to take off the tire basket here along with the max tracks or the whatever traction board here, and it goes, I think from my measurement, it will all be flushed alongside with the camera. So this is the side, yeah, right there, top view, so it lines up with my, like, just above the roof of the Bronco and just under my roof rack, so kind of look like leveled. It tips a little forward, which I like, considering the weight of the bike, so that's good. It has a little bit of a tilt forward kind of thing. And yeah, that's basically my setup. I'll show you what it looks like to use my quad V2 with it. Undo strap, just this way. Whew, nice. And then tilts a little more, 120, and still have clearance on the side here. Well, provided that the bike is mounted this way, we got more clearance. The only issue is that I'm hoping the swing arm holds its weight, but I got to be careful. It's either I use a splint or a stand to spread out the actual weight. So that's what it looked like. And then I end up opening the swing door, and basically that's what it looked like. All right, so that's how far your bike will be. Like, well, imagine it will be right here, so can't open it on the side of the highways, just to prevent any damages to your vehicle or the bikes or the vehicles from the passerbys. So yeah, I like it, so good. And like I said, I'll try to make a video of this one having to like mount right into the hitch by itself. Okay, and then let's do a loading of the bike here. Okay, let's try loading the bike. I'm gonna grab this. They say if you use, like, jump onto the arm, use my body weight to do that. Swing it open. Have my 29-inch bike here with the studs, so just have to be careful. I don't want it scratching right away. What's the scratching? I like that the rear tire is catching on to this V-shaped basket. The side of the bike and pull through to get the bike. Alright, and let's see the fun part here. So I just squeeze this lever. Huh, look at that. That's so cool. Yeah. So I'm liking how the bike sits on the baskets here. Kind of guides you in. Yep. Easy to thread in. Like, I'm on a 2.5-inch level lift on the Bronco, and that's why it sits a little bit with the Sasquatch 35-inch tire. So yeah, so a little high for a 29, although I have a large frame here, and still have to like use my thigh to bring it up. But yeah, that's what it looked like. Yep. And then you can see that, and try bringing me down. So I just pushed the lever. I didn't have to push the bike forward. Just gonna hold that and then pull with my back, and now it's tilted. So yeah. Pull the strap around. Yeah. The rubbers are pliable enough. I think it will hold up. And I just use my thigh to bring up the front tire and then a little bit. And just squeeze the lever here, bring it down, get it all into position. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for staying with me. The load here.